Off a 2-1 Tuesday, we are back breaking down the three NBA playoff games here on Wednesday, April 29th. Welcome in to another episode of Droppin' Dimes brought to you by Better and Green. Like I mentioned, guys, 2-1 on the show yesterday. Got there with the Philadelphia 76ers plus 11.5 points. Never needed it as they win outright in kind of a blowout fashion there down the stretch. So was very happy with that. Had Philly plus the 11.5. Ended up making that my play last night, and never needed the points. Very disappointed in myself for not playing the anything on the money line. That being said, I really did think Boston was going to pull that one out. So, you know, can't be too upset when I thought Boston was going to win. Just thought it was too many points. So happy to get the no sweat winner on Philly. Told you I liked the Hawks plus the 6.5 points. Stayed off of that one, and thankfully I did. Knicks win in blowout fashion, and then liked the Spurs to close out that series and cover, and they did easily. I think they won by 19 when it was all said and done. They advanced to round number 2. So, guys, 3 more games coming at you here. Let's start with the 7 o'clock Eastern game between the Orlando Magic and my Detroit Pistons. Pistons trying to stay alive here in the playoffs as the 1 seed. They are a 10.5 point home favorite, over under 211.5 in this one. Pistons down 1-3 in the series. Win or go home. I think they win. I think they cover here. My issue is that Franz Wagner is out with a calf strain tonight. Obviously, we know calf strains in the NBA playoffs lead to torn Achilles. So, honestly, for Franz's health, I hope he doesn't play again in the postseason. I really do. Or at least, sit him out the amount of time he needs. I just hate seeing guys blow their Achilles. We see it all the time in the NBA playoffs, and I have my own reasons behind that. Won't get into them here, but yeah, just would hate to see a guy like Franz tear that Achilles by trying to force it on a calf strain. So he is out tonight, guys. That kind of gives Orlando the injured player theory. Although part of that injured player theory is the other team taking your team lightly because your star player is out. I'd say Franz is one of their star players. That being said, Detroit is not going to take them lightly in a series, in game 5 of the series where it's win or go home in Detroit. I think Detroit is going to come in and absolutely just mug Orlando. Orlando's had a great game plan. Absolutely hit Detroit in the mouth for really all but one quarter in this series, or maybe one half there in game 2. Really have, shut down Jalen Duren and made Tobias Harris have to be the Pistons' secondary scorer outside of Cade Cunningham. Cade has turned the ball over an incredible amount the last 3 games. It's just been a really good game plan by Orlando. I got to give them credit, but I think Detroit does extend the series here. I think they win big. I think they cover. I think they figure out how to get Duren going. You can't win with Tobias Harris being your second leading scorer. You can't win the series that way. So it's got to be Duren. Someone has to step up here, and I think Duren does have a nice game. I like the Pistons here, minus the 10.5 points. Think they do end up winning this one big, and I think public's going to flow in on the Magic. Up 3-1, you're getting 10.5 points here. Why not? That seems very easy. I think the Pistons win in blowout fashion. Give me Detroit as play number 1. Play number 2 here, we do have the Toronto Raptors and Cleveland Cavaliers playing Game 4 in Cleveland. This series is tied 2-2. Cavs took games 1 and 2 at home, lost games 3 and 4 on the road in Toronto. This one back home for the Cavs, 9.5 point home favorite, over under 217.5. And I do like the Cavaliers here to bounce back and win big at home. We saw them in games 1 and 2 win by 13 and 10, so they did cover this number in both their home games. Went to Toronto, did not look very good. Lost by 22 in game 3, and then lost by 4 in game 4. They were up somewhat big there late, had a very lackluster effort down the line, only put up 89 points. So I think they feel like they let that one get away. I think they come back with a huge effort here. Cavs are by far the superior team. At this point, the Cavs might be my pick to win the East, them or Boston. And I think we see, the Cavs that we saw in games 1 and 2 here in game number 5. I think they ultimately end up winning this one big. Looks like a little public money coming in on Toronto. This line is bumped from 8.5 to 9.5. So Bit of a reverse line move there. Always good to see in the NBA playoffs. We've talked about that a couple times. Yeah, I like the Cavaliers big at home here. Take a 3-2 lead going back to Toronto. See if they can't close it out on the road or at least have a decisive Game 7 back in Cleveland. Give me the Cavaliers minus the 9.5 points for game number 2. And guys, before I get into play number 3 here, do just want to quick make mention, we are running red hot right now. I think we've won 7 NBA plays in a row, plus 2 sprinkles on outright money lines. Philly and Portland back in game 2 hit both of those. So if you count those, a 9-0 NBA playoff run here. Red hot right now. We're also covering the NHL and MLB in daily videos on our YouTube page. I think I'm hit 6 or 7 in a row in the MLB. 4-0 in the NHL playoffs so far, so red hot in all those sports, guys. And we have the Kentucky Derby coming out on Saturday, or racing on Saturday, and our video is out right now on our page. We're going to have a golf video up as well, so no better time to hit that subscribe button on our channel if you have not done so already. If you do like this content, just been giving out straight winners on this show, hit that like button for me. And if you do have a minute just to drop a quick comment, we really appreciate that as well. So check us out, guys. Giving out great free plays every single day, MLB, NHL, NBA, and some other sports weekly as well. So go check us out over at Better and Green. Let's get into our final game here. The Houston Rockets and LA Lakers playing game number 5 in Los Angeles. Lakers a 4.5-point home favorite, over under 208.5. Lakers trying to close this one out. Rockets trying to fight for their life and take a 3-2 deficit back to Houston, see if they can't even things up. I don't think they're going to be able here. I'm looking to play the Lakers, although I have to say this is probably my least favorite series that's going on right now. The Rockets looked absolutely lifeless in games 1 and 2. I was not able to watch game 3, but I don't think it was much better there. Without Kevin Durant tonight, they were without Kevin Durant in game 4 and a bit of the injured player theory there. And the Rockets had their backs against the wall. Didn't want to get embarrassed. At least they got a win in the win column, but I just don't see it happening here. Austin Reeves might return for the Lakers tonight. Luka Doncic is still out. I think the Lakers put this one away. They don't want to blow a 3-0 lead going back to Houston, only up 3-2. So, yeah, I think there's some urgency for the Lakers. Everyone knows LeBron, when I think going up 2-0 in a series maybe, has never lost, like 34-0 or something like that. Again, this is my least favorite series. I hope the Rockets win to extend it, so maybe I can find a betting angle, but won't be betting this game. I shouldn't say I won't. Almost certainly won't be betting this game unless something changes. My lean here is going to be the Lakers minus 4.5. I do think they close this one out at home. Just think the Rockets are kind of done. High expectations coming into the year. I think they're kind of living on borrowed time, very banged up. Just not sure it's all working there in Houston. So Lakers probably get bounced fairly easily in the next round, but I do think they win, close things out here tonight. So, guys, that will wrap it for today's episode of Droppin' Dimes. Quick recap, we like the Pistons minus 10.5 points, Cavs minus 9.5 points, and the Lakers minus the 4.5 points. Again, if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Check out our Kentucky Derby video. Also, my daily MLB and NHL up as well. Hit that like button if you liked this video. Leave me a comment if you have a minute. We really appreciate it. Guys, good luck tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Droppin' Dimes, brought to you by Better and Green.